Most men don't decide to stop dating. They actually get pushed to that decision. And it's never a one big moment thing. It's always the smaller things stacking up. The disrespect, the effort going nowhere, the feeling that you are the only one trying. And then one day you sit back and you think of everything you've gone through in the relationship. And you ask yourself one fundamental question: why am I even doing this? But let me tell you something very important, bro. That moment, it's not weakness, it's awareness. Because it takes a man who loves himself so much to sit and evaluate his life choices, to sit and ask the right questions, to consider everything he has done for a relationship that's not going anywhere. And he's the only one pouring everything into it. And that awareness is always the turning point. Now, the actual question you should be asking yourself is: how do I know if I've reached that point? Or how do I know if I'm just being frustrated? This channel is not for everyone. It's for those who try to understand what's going on and who are masculine enough to take control of their narrative. So if that's you, welcome, bro. Smash the subscribe button and just do me one good favor. Make sure you are sharing the video, you're engaging on you're telling me what you think about the topic we are talking on today. Let's make our voices heard. Let's be proud of showing support to the content that we love to watch, because I support masculinity. So I'm happy to have you here. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and hype the video. There is always that one moment that most men remember, but they don't want to talk about it. It's not dramatic. It's not even with a huge argument. There is no farewell text you text to say, okay, I'm done about this. But when that moment arrives, you stop texting, you stop chasing, you stop caring like you used to care before. And you start to think about yourself. You don't do arguments. You don't want to explain yourself. You don't want to prove a point. You just walk away. And you walk away because you want to preserve your peace. You walk away because you want to preserve your self respect. You walk away because you don't want to be a circus in someone else's life. Because you don't want to entertain someone who does not even respect or care about you. And when you walk away, instead of feeling sad, instead of feeling lost, instead of feeling pain, you feel relieved. You feel at peace. You feel good about yourself and you feel good about the decision you made. And that's the moment you need to pay attention to. Because in this video, we're actually breaking down what it means for you and whether you should lean into it or ignore it. Because now we are talking about those moments you realize like dating is not worth it. That you don't even need dating to be fulfilled. That there is no upside to dating as far as you are concerned, as far as you are a man. And those moments, you don't usually realize when they're happening. It always takes you to sit down and reevaluate your life, reevaluate your choices, reevaluate your relationships for you to start seeing why dating is not worth it. And the first thing that usually creates awareness to most men is when they feel like effort is one sided. Just imagine this scenario, bro. You're always the one initiating everything, you're always the one planning for everything. You're always the one paying for everything. You're only the one who has to self regulate emotionally in the relationship. You're only the one who has to be held accountable. You're only the one who is ready to lay his life on the line for your partner. You're the only one who makes sure you keep quiet in situations where you have to talk just to keep the peace. You are the only one who has to constantly light the fire in the relationship. And the moment you stop, the relationship dies. The moment you stop, that fire stops burning. The moment you stop, there is no relationship. I want to tell you something. That is not connection. That is maintenance. And you are the one maintaining. In situations like that, you have to stop over investing. Stop putting in effort. Pull back completely. If it collapses, then it was not real in the first place. Because in a relationship where two people are putting in equal effort, when one withdraws, it does not collapse immediately. It takes time. But if you are the only one putting in effort and then you withdraw and the relationship collapses, then you were not in a relationship. You were simply fulfilling someone else's life. So basically, one of the first triggers, one of the first things that awakens a man to realize that relationships are worthless for him is when he realizes that effort is one sided. The second thing that triggers a man's emotional awareness is when he realizes that respect is not more there. Respect does not come the way it used to come before. And you know, us men, we are big on respect. If you are with a partner who does everything good but does not respect you, It's just a matter of time and you will leave. Because the only way a woman can show a man that she loves him is not by telling him every day, I love you. No. Don't even say it. I believe you watching me, you will agree with me, bro. Don't say it, but show me respect. Because that's the only way I know you love me, by respecting. But when she stops respecting you, she's replying late. You text now, she used to reply immediately. Now she's taking 5 hours, 6 hours, 24 hours to respond to you. You both agree to plans, and then during the last minute, she cancels from nowhere without even giving you any explanations, without giving you any hints. And then her tone, the way she talks to you changes. She becomes argumentative. Anything you say, she's not listening to understand your point of view. She just wants to argue. When all of this starts happening, a real G, a real man start asking himself, what's in this relationship for me? Do I even need this? And the answer is always no. You don't need it. It's not making you bigger. It's putting you in a place where you have to constantly fight for your boundaries. So, what I have to tell you is that respect should never be negotiated. Respect should be a non negotiable aspect in your life. The moment she drops that, you drop your effort as well because it goes both ways. Another thing that actually makes men to start wondering and asking themselves if they are really built for relationships or if the relationships are worth it is when you think of her or when you are with her, instead of feeling energized, you feel drained. You expand a lot of energy, both mentally and physically. Before you used to enjoy her presence, before you used to enjoy being around her. Now you feel like you have to perform. You feel a lot of unnecessary pressure. When you start feeling that way, that's a signal to you. Because in everything good, dating should add to your life. It should not be the focus of your life. Shift the energy back into your body. Shift it back into your money. Shift it back into skills. Skills that will always be there for you till your last day on earth. Another thing that makes men to start wondering, to start saying, no, relationships are not for me, is when you start to replace yourself just because you want to fit in into this relationship. You start to forgo your values. You start to undermine the things you stand for. You start to want to do things that does not even sit well with you just because you want to fit in, just because you want to belong, just because you want to be in this relationship. And you start to realize like you are gradually selling your soul. When you start adjusting what to say, when you start adjusting how you act, when you start adjusting what you tolerate, that's not a good sign. Because if you have to become someone else just to keep her, you're already playing a losing game that will end in tears. Now, bro, before we continue, I want to pitch you something. If you want deeper conversations that people are not ready to have in public, join the membership program because there we can say things we will not say out here. We have videos that will be only for us. We can talk, we can give our opinions, we can argue, but all in good faith. Join the membership program. You know I'm not sponsored, and I'm just a young YouTube channel, a small YouTube channel. And what I'm talking about every day, my views are being suppressed. So if we have to make this thing work, you have to engage on the content. You have to share. You have to comment. You have to engage so much so that the algorithm is obliged to push us forward. And because I have no sponsors, because I'm not a huge YouTube channel getting money from ad revenue, you can join the membership. You can buy the merch below. You can just do whatever you can to support. I really appreciate you. The mission continues, and we are all doing this together. Now, one of the things that makes men to realize relationships are not worth it anymore is when walking away from relationship feels like winning. And this is a huge one because you stop caring about getting her. You start to mind about your peace. You start to worry about your peace. You stop feeling the need to adjust for her. You stop feeling the need to adapt to her. You start feeling good about yourself. You start having some self respect. You start having some self pride. You start implementing and respecting your values you had before her. That's when you realize it's not worth it dating. You stop walking on eggshells. You just want peace. And when it happens, believe me, that's not defeat, bro. That's clarity. The honest truth is that a lot of men don't stop dating because they are done. They stop because they are tired. They are tired of risking everything for no returns. They are tired of burning themselves out for someone who wouldn't even care about them. So they stop. It's not worth it. So what do? They opt out. And opt out is not even the game changer. Control is the game changer. When you're able to step in and out without losing your self control, without losing yourself, then that's power. Not chasing, not quitting, but being able to do what you want to do without feeling guilty about it, without regretting your decisions. That's power. So if you have decided to opt out, I have something free for you. It's called the opt out decision test. It's not motivation, it's just a mirror in front of you. It will help you decide if you are ready to opt out or not, if you are opting out based on logic or based on emotions. The link is on the first comment below and on the description of this video. And if you want to focus on your fitness, you want to get fit, here's my YouTube channel. Check it out. It has everything to do from testosterone to weight loss to building muscles to just being fit for men. In the coming days, I'm going to be pumping a lot of fitness content on that one. It's going to be specifically fitness. So go there, subscribe, leave a nice comment, and again, I appreciate you for being here. Thank you. See you in the next one. Copy that.